What's going on YouTube? It's Trev. All right, it is update time. Let me take you. Here we go. All right. There's not a whole heck of a lot to talk about, so this should be a relatively fast one. We normally do these sprint planning meetings on the Monday that the sprint begins, and the sprint is a 2 week period for the L1 task force, and we talk about what it is that they're going to work on over those 2 weeks. Well, it just happened to be a really busy week for a lot of people on the task force, and so we didn't end up having this meeting until today, which is pretty much already halfway through the sprint. But it's okay. We're going to go over a few things here, and I've got maybe an announcement or two, and then we'll take it from there. So I just want to go through this stuff fast. And some of you, if you've watched these before, you know that I've got like kind of a little baseball analogy for these different columns, right? In the backlog, for me, this is like the dugout. This is the stuff that is sitting and waiting to get in the game. It's going to get up to bat this game, but it's in the dugout right now, okay? And it's, this enable IBC for WASM and look at the issues with the liveness test, right? That stuff is in the dugout. So on deck, right, getting ready to go up to bat, the ready column is, some stuff with some documentation things or whatever, which, will probably be in the in progress section pretty fast, right? There's also some testing stuff that's going on for WASM, right? Building the upgrade testing. The one thing that was in this column that they actually spent some time talking about, and I'll spend a little time on it now because it kind of goes into some other things, is this on-ramp for Station Wallet. This has been here for a little while now. Since the team decided to, I'm going to put this on Do Not Disturb so I don't get, all right. Since the team decided that, they were a little ahead of schedule, and so they wanted to potentially work on, some other things for the community. And this was something that had already passed governance, so they decided to work on it. Well, the last time we talked about it, it was like, well, okay, TFL is going to be working on something like this for Station anyway, so maybe we wait and see, let them do it. Wait and see how fast they can get it done, and then if it doesn't seem like something they're going to really work on anytime soon, then we'll just get it done because from what we were told, it's not really that big of a deal or a hard thing to do, right? Well, that is kind of changed again. Well, it's very much changed again. I can tell you that this probably, unless TFL gets it done faster, this is something that's probably going to move into Q2. It's not going to get done this quarter. And the reason is, we will be seeing a proposal for Q2 funding for the L1 task force to move forward into the second quarter with, just like we had before, a list of in-scope projects and things to actually get done, right? One of the things that we're probably going to see in this proposal is an L2 team, right? Now, if you've been paying attention to my polls that I've been putting up on Twitter, if you've voted on any of them or whatever, one of the options in one of the polls said something about an L2 task force. And that wasn't something that I just kind of pulled out of thin air. It's something that had actually been discussed. Now, don't get all up in arms. Nobody is talking about having a dedicated L2 task force to work on all L2 development, right? That's not what's going on at all. From my understanding, what they're wanting to do is put together an L2 support team. So for any DApps, anyone who wants to come in and build on the chain, right? Any L2 kind of stuff, instead of the L1 task force trying to kind of divvy up their time and focus on and help out, L2 stuff and all that, they want to just work on the L1 stuff, have a dedicated team that will be able to support any L2 stuff with, whatever, resources, answers to questions, whatever it is, there'll be a team for that, right? This on-ramp for the Station wallet, right now they're thinking this is an L2 thing, and it will probably become their baby, right? They'll inherit it. This is going to be much more well defined when the proposal actually comes out. And I think we should see that proposal fairly soon, to be honest with you. I know they were working on budgeting and whatever, right? So, assuming that the L1 task force in this proposal receives a mandate like they did last for this quarter for Q2, assuming that we even have the money to pay it because the price is really low right now, right? This is something that is going to work out with the L2 support team. It'll be for them to kind of handle and get done Q2. That's what we have right now. Next week that could change. This has changed probably 3 or 4 times since they brought it in. Okay. I got a couple notes here, and I just want to make sure I'm not skipping anything. So in the in progress section, or what I call at bat, right? We have the WASM stuff, right? This first couple of things about the WASM upgrade, and those, in progress, continually working on until we get ready for that actual upgrade. There are some updates that are going to happen before that. Automated testing framework for the new GitHub pulls. Implement the Cosmos SDK L1 Developer Dojo. Now, this is something that Tobias has been working on. If you know anything about Zaradar, you know that he actually studies Kung Fu. So when you're going to train, you go and train in a dojo, right? And you do your katas. And those are your different moves, and what obviously I don't know Kung Fu, you can clearly see, right? But so he has taken this training course and he's kind of modeled it after that. And he's been working on this, from what I understand, pretty extensively this week, getting this ready. So it's something that's, it's being worked on, and it's for developers. Just the way it says, it's a workshop for Cosmos SDK. And there's a bunch of different things, as he calls them, katas: the apprentice, cosmonaut, expert katas, journeyman, legacy, and the readme, right? And then a bunch of other things, path of the apprentice, path of the journeyman. These are all the different things that you need to learn in these specific positions, right? So it's a full-fledged, straight-out free training course. And most of it is available now, but it's being continued to be worked on. So that's here. It's extra large because it is, you're training a developer. That's a massive undertaking, right? So we appreciate that, and that's available for everybody to go and check out. Establish IBC to Kajura. Basically, I was told that this node takes like 2 weeks to sync, and Till is working on this. I don't know when it will start. If it takes 2 weeks to sync, are we already a week into it? Did this just start? I don't know that, but anyway, that's something that's being worked on. Okay. The in review column, or the on base stuff. Talking about, like what I said earlier, about a lot of the members it just happens to be a week where a lot of people had things that they had to get done, right? So this in review, basically most of this stuff is just waiting to be reviewed by some of the team, be signed off on, and then it moves into the done column. It's a home run, done, right? And they've got a little over a week to get that done. We'll be seeing most of this stuff move over into the done column. There is one thing in the abandoned column, or the, I don't know if you want to call this a strikeout column or whatever. And basically that's just because I think they did a new pull request for it. So it's not like it's totally being abandoned, but they did a new pull request for it. So the original one they threw into the abandoned column. Okay, that's pretty much it for this. That's kind of the update. The only other thing that I want to mention to you is that today, right now as I'm recording this, it is 10 minutes to 10 a.m. So in just over 2 hours, Eastern time, noon Eastern time, they will be doing an AMA. Oh, maybe I can show you this actually. I think that I can. I think I can. Let me see. Let me go back here for a minute. And then here, and then do this, and there you go. Okay, so Match Markets is going to be hosting this. LGF and L1TF. So we've got Terra Grants Foundation and the task force spend proposal announcement. And this AMA is going to be done here on Twitter. You can go to Matt's post here and set yourself a reminder, or just be there in a couple hours. There's going to be some detailed information moving forward about a lot of things that you guys want to hear about. So this is awesome for Matt to be hosting. We appreciate it, and if you have to miss it live, go back and listen to the recording. I'm sure they're going to record this. Matter of fact, if I can, I might even try to record it just in case, but I'm pretty sure Matt's going to record it, right? Like I said, there's going to be some questions that have been being asked quite a bit are going to, I believe, be talked about in this particular AMA, right? So again, this is one you do not want to miss, preferably live, because maybe you can get in and ask some questions, but if not, at least go back and listen to the recording, and it's going to answer a lot of questions for you. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave it at that for now. I will see y'all at the AMA. I'll be there listening, I'm sure. I don't know if I'll have any questions or whatever, but I will absolutely be listening, because there are answers to some questions that I'm waiting for too. All right, I will talk to you later about some other stuff. Ciao.